Alright guys, it is time to get to an unboxing video. This one is for the Dark Knight 4K Steelbook Trilogy that has just come out. I own these movies in just about every regard, but I'm going to try to get this package open. That's not working too well. Turn this thing around. This is an art design that I didn't necessarily love the first time I saw, but I love these movies so much that I knew I had to add this to my ever-growing Batman collection. I've been a Batman fan for my entire life. I was actually born the weekend that the Michael Keaton 1989 movie came out, and this Dark Knight trilogy was so important to me, so influential. Batman Begins in high school, and Dark Knight in college, and Dark Knight Rises when I got my first job. And these are movies I could just watch over and over again. So even though I own them in so many different formats, I knew I was going to have to take the plunge and get this one. If I can get this open, that would be helpful. Okay, this thing is not that heavy. It's like 5 pounds overall, this box, but it is a box within a box. And that one is empty. So we're going to get this one turned around. And once again, I'm really excited that it's not only the movies in 4K Steelbook, but it's also a steel display case as well. And I'm excited about having that being a part of my collection for many years to come. So let's get this thing open and take a look at what we've got. It's very well packaged, I'll say that. One thing I've had problems with Steelbooks in the past is them showing up dented or banged up when they finally get to my doorstep. So this one's really well packaged. And there it is. Let's take a look at this thing as we get our hands on it for the very first time. Get that box out of the way. And we are taking a look at this. It's got the Dark Knight trilogy here on the top, and then all the different bat logos, all the logos from the different movies seem to be on top of one another here, as they went with like a gold, bronze, white, brown aesthetic, which once again, initially it didn't blow me away, but holding it here in person, it sure is quite beautiful. This is supposed to come with all 3 of the movies, plus a bonus case full of goodies and the digital codes for the film. But as you see there, all 3 films, Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises, all a part of this. Let's get this thing cracked open. Definitely not here to resell this. I'm going to be holding on to this one for a long time. So let's see what we've got, as I guess this is the J card here on the back, but it kind of goes around the entire structure of the case. Don't know the best way to get this off. Maybe let's go and throw that over there. And, okay. Comes right off here. And there we have the J card with everything inside and what it says. Includes a bunch of collectibles. There's once again, the 4K, traditional 4K sort of packaging. Oh, here we are. It is interesting, this being open face, but I like it, for shelving purposes. And man, that's just a great look, isn't it? I mean, just all the movies right there with a little bit of space in between. Start with 2005's Batman Begins. This is a movie that I saw 8 times in the movie theater. I fell in love with this movie. It is one of my all-time favorite movies, and it is my absolute favorite Batman movie. I know a lot of people will probably be very interested in owning the Dark Knight in this collection, but Batman Begins has always been my favorite of the trilogy because I think it is like the best Batman movie as I'm trying to get the traditional Blu-ray out here. This is not actually very easy to get out for some reason. Let me lift it up here. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So as we take a look here, man, that bat suit from Batman Begins. I love that thing. I think it is the best the bat suit maybe has ever looked on film. I really adore man, these are not easy to get out. Just going to be completely transparent about that. But they do pop out there eventually. Oh yeah, there we have it. Batman about to unleash the fear toxin there on Jonathan Crane, aka Cillian Murphy, who played the Scarecrow in all three movies actually, but really gets a meaty amount of screen time in this one compared to the other two. Let's put these back in here. I recently watched Batman Begins for its 20th anniversary a few weeks back, and it still holds up so well. I love this movie so much. And man, Batman Begins just got so many things right. Such a big fan of what it did to set up the rest of the trilogy, which led to probably the most acclaimed film of not only this trilogy, but maybe of the past 25 years. And this is The Dark Knight. As I know a lot of people who even aren't Batman fans who consider this film to be one of their all-time favorites, as it's just an epic crime film as well. This looks to be the same 4K that came with the previous trilogy that I own, the 4K box set, which I recommend. It's very nice. Especially if you haven't seen these movies in 4K. They really are fantastic, and you can find pretty good deals on that 4K box set. Here we have, man, these discs, I'm telling you, not the easiest to pop out of these cases for sure, but I also like that they didn't show up loose in the case too. There we have Heath Ledger's Joker, burning the pile of money. It's about sending a message, my friends. Yes, indeed. And look at that. Beautiful. Man. A lot of people consider this to be their favorite Batman and Joker shared screen experience. I personally am a little bit bigger of a fan of the Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson showdown, but man, this movie is an all-timer for sure in The Dark Knight. Why so serious? Let's put a smile on that face. Anyway, I'm going to stop doing random lines from the movie. Let's get to The Dark Knight Rises. This may be the movie that I anticipated the most in the history of going to the theater. This was an event counting down to the release of this film, and obviously a tough act to follow there with The Dark Knight. This is a movie that actually, I know a lot of people, this is their favorite in the series. And while it is third of the three for me, I have a lot of admiration for this movie. I really like Tom Hardy's Bane. It's just really, for me, it's the final half hour of this movie. And there we have the showdown with the police versus Bane's henchmen getting ready for a showdown in the streets of Gotham. And man, I really do like the art design on this one for sure, with the gray aesthetic on the sort of white case. Kind of reminds me of the sort of the snow feel that you get from Dark Knight Rises. It's kind of silverish. It's like silver on silver. I don't know. It's pretty great. Put these discs back in here. But I remember going to an IMAX sneak peek of that opening plane sequence, which still to this day, I don't know fully how they pulled off, minus having watched all about it in the special features. But man, really spectacular practical stunt work there with the opening, The Dark Knight Rises, what we experienced there with Bane's run towards being the primary Batman villain in that movie. Here we have a very weighty, I mean, this is definitely where the weight comes in on this collection. This thing is heavy. This is the bonus material set. There have been bonus discs in every one of these. I have yet to see any digital codes. But yeah, this doesn't look to have any discs in it, as we've got a certificate of authenticity, which is really nice. I like that. Had that with the Blu-ray collector's edition that I had. Came with an art book. Oh, this is neat. Okay. So this is obviously a Dark Knight era inspired newspaper, Gotham Times. And this is obviously propaganda from the Joker. That's the way it's being interpreted. It's blood-stained. Oh my gosh. And yeah, the Joker definitely got his hands on some news copy here. Decided to make a print. This is really neat. I mean, they really went in depth with giving you something to sort of immerse you. I remember the marketing campaign for The Dark Knight being so immersive and getting you so ready for that movie and all the things that the Joker was up to on the way into that. Obviously a tragic loss with Heath Ledger, and who knows what would have happened with The Dark Knight Rises had Heath Ledger still been with us. But yeah, here's the certificate of authenticity again, which is really nice. Let's see if there's anything on the back. No. Okay. As we look in here, once again, a jam-packed steelbook. This is an envelope, The Dark Knight Trilogy. And let's go ahead and flip this thing around. Got the logos there on the back again. Really nice. And as we open this up, this thing's jam-packed with goodies. Maybe the digital codes are in here. Here's some of the storyboards. That's really neat. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. This is from what looks to be all of the different movies. Yep, there's the plane sequence I was talking about. And, oh, these are cool. These are like holographic cards. Oh. They kind of change image based on the light. There we have Christian Bale as Batman. These are definitely more, it seems, Batman Begins inspired. These two cards, especially since we have young Bruce Wayne here, who sees sort of his future there, and the cowl. That's an interesting art piece. And here we have some other art cards that look almost like, they're almost like bookmarks. That's the way they come across, but different settings here with tons of bats and nothing really on the back. But yeah, very, very cool. But I'm not sure I'll ever use those as bookmarks. I'll probably just keep them with the collection. Nothing else here in the envelope. As we now get to the final piece of this, and once again, packed in here. This is, oh yeah. Now this is a great look. That may be my favorite look of Batman right there. Just that menacing look with the very heavy cowl. Beautiful with all the bats on the front and the back of the steelbook as we open this up. And here we have the, looks to be the schematics of, let's see here. Okay, this is the bat from Dark Knight Rises. And this is very cool. Yeah. Lucius Fox probably spent a lot of time on that. But yeah, no, this is a jam-packed edition. I don't see any digital codes whatsoever. Let me see here. Let's open this back up. No digital codes, even though it was promised that it would be in there. But yeah, these things are sharp and they feel very much of quality and Man, let's take these out. Let's take a look here at what this looks like. Just empty. I'm still looking for digital codes. I have yet to see any digital codes within this. I don't see any whatsoever. If you got this edition, let me know if you have seen any digital codes, but that thing's pretty deep in there. And I love how the spacers are there for a display piece. That's really, I mean, that's the thing that made me jump into this more than anything. I own the movies every which way, but having the display piece and them all uniform in steelbook form. I don't have any of them in steelbook form. I'll say that. And it's going to look really, really nice as a part of the collection. So are you going to get this? Have you already gotten this? Let me know. And let me know if you have the digital edition, because I didn't get any digital codes. Here we have the names of the movies at the bottom too. I'm just noticing here: Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises. But yeah, no, I'm a big fan of this, and it really does have a nice little weight to it. It's about 5 pounds or so, maybe 4 pounds. And yeah, this is going to look great on the shelf there with the gold bottom of this. I'll probably put that J card slip back on as I display it. But there we have it. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this unboxing, you want to see more, give that thumbs up there on the channel. Really appreciate it. And here we have it. The 4K Ultra HD Steelbook Edition, brand new, that has just come out. Let me know what you think about all these goodies that are associated with this release. And we'll have even more movies to bring you here on The Meltdown. So appreciate your time very much, and really, really enjoy this set.